Good morning and a very warm welcome to all the students of Sunbeam School, Varanasi. Very good morning to Councillor Neha Tripathi. And we have today with us Professor Mohsin Khan and all my colleagues. So a very warm welcome to Professor Khan as well. Today's topic for the webinar is careers in international relations, and he will give us a small presentation on, what are the various career opportunities that you can look forward to in the field of international relations. Professor Mohsin Khan, he is an associate professor and an assistant dean for student initiative for the master's program. He's also an assistant director at the Center for New South Asia. He's also an assistant dean for the student initiative, as I said, for the master's program. Mr. Khan possesses a master's in international economics and international relation from School of Advanced International Studies, the Johns Hopkins University, with a specialization in South Asia. He also has a MA in Global Political Economy from the University of Hull, where he has a British Shevling Scholar. His undergraduate degree is in economics from the University of Delhi. I would like to welcome him and I would request him to start with his presentation, please. Thank you.
Good morning, students. It's a great pleasure to be able to address you today. And the topic today is careers in international relations. I know many of you are now deciding what career option to choose, what degree to choose, and this will probably be troubling all of you. So I have been in the same position. I did my 11th and 12th from a CBSE school, and in my case, I had physics, chemistry, maths. So I was from a science stream, and I did quite well also. I had above 95%. So there was some pressure on whether I should go in for a science degree, engineering degree, or I should do something else. So I chose at that time, I chose economics, and I went to Delhi University and did an undergrad in economics. From there, because I wanted to do something that I thought I would like and where I can contribute, but I was not fully satisfied with economics, and so I went and did a master's in political economy, where politics and economics are mixed. I managed to get a scholarship to England, a Shevling scholarship from the British government, and I did a degree there. Then I was still not satisfied, and I thought I would go into finance. So I went to the US from there, do a degree in finance, but again I changed my mind, and I went and started. I kind of went and started working in a bank. I didn't like that, so I went back and finished my degree because I'd left it in the middle, and I changed it to international relations and South Asia. South Asia is the region of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka. And then I completed that degree and I came back to India and I started working at Jindal University. And I've been here now for 9 years and I've enjoyed my work. So throughout my life, I tried to find something that I enjoyed, and there is a Greek term for this in Greek philosophy. The term is called eudaimonia. You means something good, so you have Europe, Europa, and eudaimonia means it is the combination of two terms. You, which is good in Greek, ancient Greek, and daemon, from which the word demon comes. But demon or daemon doesn't mean something bad. It became bad only after the arrival of Christianity in Europe. Daemon means actually your inner self, your inner spirit, your divine spirit. So eudaimonia means good spirit. A lot of Greek philosophers have spoken about this, including Aristotle. And they say, what is eudaimonia? Okay, eudaimonia, they believe, is not just happiness, but it is human flourishing. In what can your soul flourish and grow? So you don't, a lot of us do science or medicine or something, but we don't enjoy it, right? So you should pick a subject that you enjoy, where you are interested in and you can grow. And from that, you should go to a career also in which you are interested in, which you can grow. Okay. Now, the thing is, some people may not enjoy science, or some people may not enjoy math, or some people may enjoy economics, some people may not enjoy that, some people may enjoy history, some people may enjoy politics. So this depends on what you enjoyed in school, what you liked studying. Or some people may not want to do any of this. They might want to go into cricket or sports or music or acting or something else, whatever gives them a lot of pleasure. But usually pleasure comes not just from something that you like, but also from something which you are good at. So, but how do you become good at something? You become good at something by practicing it every day. If you want to become good in mathematics, you have to practice every day. If you want to become good in biology, you have to practice every day. Similarly, if you want to become good in acting, you have to do theater every day. If you want to become good at music, you have to sing every day. So over a period of time, you become good at that thing through practice. So it's a combination of A, what you like, B, what you practice and can give your time for, right? So I tried to find something that I liked, okay? But slowly over time, as I spent more and more time, I became better and better at it, and I started liking it also, the same thing. So this is what I'm saying to you. Don't worry too much. Choose something. Don't feel too pressurized. Choose a career which you kind of like, okay? And if you think that you made a mistake, you can always change later on. Many people change their careers. In fact, most people today in the world change their careers after a while. So there is nothing such as a mistake. Don't feel too pressurized that, oh, if I make this mistake or that mistake, or if I have lost time, or if I am now behind my colleagues, that doesn't matter. Just explore what you like. And if you find that you don't like it, that's also fine. At least you know what you don't like. So then you can go towards what you like. My advice to you is that, especially looking at my career, I enjoy international relations. I specialize mostly in South Asia, India, Pakistan, and all of this. And I look at India's politics, I look at India's economics, and I enjoy that. I enjoy teaching, I enjoy reading. So, how do you know whether you enjoy a career in politics or in IR? Well, the thing is, you should enjoy reading the newspapers. You should enjoy reading the um, uh, uh, news on politics. You should enjoy reading what's happening in the world, what's happening within India, right? And you should enjoy reading foreign newspapers also, if possible. Foreign sources such as the BBC, the New York Times. Uh, of course, there are also Indian newspapers which have good coverage, such as the Hindu, etc. And so, if you like that kind of thing, and I can send you some readings, I have some readings on international relations, I can send them to you. If you enjoy that kind of uh, thing, then you can join IR. Now, what will you learn in this degree? And I want to talk about 4 things. What do you learn in this degree? What are the range of career options you can choose from? How will this degree help in them? And what further educational options are available to you after this PA? And methods of thinking will be taught to you, ways and methods of thinking will be taught to you. So first of all, this degree requires you to have a fairly good level of English language. If you don't have English language writing ability and speaking ability, then I would suggest in this summer vacation, which is going on now, you still have about 3 months left. Why not do a course online? There are many online courses available in English, writing, grammar, like Coursera. Because the problem is in our CBSE system, we are not told how to write well. We can speak English, but we can't write it. Now, this is a big problem. When I went abroad, I realized I could not write a single essay because in CBSE, we were not taught how to write. So the first thing this degree will teach you is uh, methods of writing well. We will do some effort from our side, but it's very difficult to improve once you have reached in university, because we expect a certain level of English ability from the student, writing ability. So I would suggest, if you're interested in this, utilize the summer, and then when you come to the degree, you will get further specialization in writing. No career in social science is possible, not just in IR, but in any social science, without writing ability. What do I mean? Simple. If you want to become a lawyer, you need drafting ability, which is again writing. If you want to become a journalist, you need to be able to write well. If you want to become even a businessman or a corporate executive, you have to write reports as a consultant. You will have to write emails to your boss. Again, that depends on your writing ability. So written communication is very important. I would suggest all of you work on it and improve it in any social science, whether you want to do sociology, philosophy, economics, English, whatever you want to do, politics, IR. So we will also work on this degree. But what we will do apart from that is we will give you ways and methods of thinking, how to think about a topic, systematically, because a lot of our thinking, as you can see today in India, is very muddled. How do we know that? Because look at the newspapers that you read, especially if you read Hindi newspapers, a lot of it doesn't make any sense. If you read your WhatsApp, what stuff you read on WhatsApp every day, people are not thinking scientifically and clearly. So you will be taught the scientific method, ways of thinking clearly, then ways of expressing yourself clearly, right? How to think about the world, you will be taught various theories, the theory of liberalism, the theory of realism, the theory of constructivism, how to make sense of politics, how to make sense of what's going on in politics within the country, outside the country, in America, between countries. Why do countries go to war? Why are some countries peaceful? Why are some countries rich? Why are some countries poor? What is human behavior like, in large groups? Things like that, So you'll be taught ways and methods of thinking, which will make you understand the world around you better. Okay. You'll also be given knowledge, of course, of history, politics, psychology. In history, you will be taught everything from ancient Greece and Renaissance till today. In politics, you will be taught various theories from classical Greeks to modern theories, which have come up in America and England. So you'll be given knowledge as well of politics, psychology, human psychology, why people behave in a way, why people vote in a particular way. Okay. Then you will be given some skills. Among the skills you will have will be speaking ability, writing ability, presentations. You will be given internships. In those internships, you will learn, how to grow. You will be given internships in various think tanks and companies. You will learn various skills of analysis. What is, for example, political risk analysis? Now, a lot of companies in India and abroad have something called political risk analyst. They look at what is the political risk of a country or a state. What is the health risk there? Because businesses which invest a lot of money require risk analysis. And there are, of course, a range of extracurriculars at our university. at any university, you would have some extracurriculars where you will grow. For example, there'll be a theater society where you can learn acting. There'll be a filmmaking society where you can learn filmmaking. There will be a dance society. There'll be sports societies, various. There'll be debating societies where you learn to present. So there's a range of societies in which your skills will be honed. And in fact, at our university, we have various things which most universities don't have. For example, we have an Olympic-sized swimming pool, 50-meter swimming pool, where you can learn various sporting events. So, okay, but what do you do after this degree? After you have done your BA, what are the range of options open to you? Well, there's a whole range of options. Okay, if you want after this degree, you can go to law. Law is a further 3 years. Okay, what is the advantage there? Now you have an excellent grounding in, say, IR and politics. You understand the world. Now, when you combine this with your legal knowledge, you will become unbeatable. For example, you can do things like international law, right? You can do political laws, in parliament lawmaking. How does that happen? So various things which a normal lawyer will not be accustomed to. Suppose you go into business, how does this help you? If you go and do an MBA, for example, most business decisions involve not just economics, they involve politics. And politics and economics are tied together. Political decisions affect economics, and economic decisions affect politics. So if you do an MBA, you will understand this interconnection. Basically, even if you decide to do journalism, for example, this degree will help you because you understand how the world works. How does the country work? How does the politics work? How does the government work? And there are basic courses in this, because in order to learn IR, you have to know a lot of things. IR is about how countries behave, right? To know that, you have to learn something about economics. So we have a course in economics. We have you have to learn politics. You have to learn international relations. You have to learn human psychology. All of those things will be taught to you, and all of those things help you. For example, if you want to become a journalist, you need all of that knowledge. If you want to become a business corporate executive, if you want to become a lawyer, all of those things will be required. You see, so there are a range of further degrees. If you want to remain in IR, you can do an MA or MPhil in IR. You can also do a PhD in IR. Okay. After these degrees, you can either work at some think tanks. There are various kind of think tanks because IR has many subfields. Okay. Or you can work at an embassy. What are the kind of think tanks? Well, there are think tanks on strategic issues, on military issues, on security issues. So if you're interested in war and security issues and military and terrorism, there are those kind of think tanks. There are also a large field of IR which focuses on international development. You can look at those think tanks, which work on international development, on India's own economic development. You can even go on and do a master's in public policy after this if you want, after this first degree. What else can you do? You can there are other kinds of think tanks as
Professor
work
Khan,
in this area. Everything from
yeah, your
yeah.
voice was not audible for a minute or so. Yeah, you're back now.
Okay. So all I was saying was you can also work in the government. You can work. You can prepare for civil services exams. You can work for the IFS, Indian Foreign Service. You can also work for the various NGOs, for the embassies. So there's a variety of career options available to you. And I think I've already spoken now for a good 25 minutes, almost 30 minutes, at least 25 minutes. So I would say now let's open it up for Q&A.
Thank you so much, Professor Khan. Now we would request participants or the students to come up with questions related to the topic. While they post question, if I may ask you a question related to the subject, is basically, a student who pursues BA Global Affairs or undergraduate studies in international relation. What are the opportunities or what are the options for postgrads?
For
And
postgrad,
whether do we have options in India for postgrads in IR?
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. There's a range of postgrad things available. We have MA and MPhils in IR available at Jindal, at JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru University, at a couple of other universities like Manipal in India. We have also a wide variety of universities abroad which offer MAs and MPhil and PhDs. Jindal also offers a PhD. Also, for example, the student may choose to do something like do an MBA or do a LLB degree in law, or the student may choose to go and do something in journalism, for example, or the student, while they're doing their internships, may because there are internships required every year, the student may decide that they like a particular area they interned in and want to just continue working there, because we also have capstone projects where students work with certain NGOs or think tanks or companies on certain projects. So there's a wide variety of things, which students could go to. But I would advise the students to uh, make their own decision and choose what they think they like, rather than depend on what their other students are doing or peer pressure or something.
Thank you. My next question to you is, in international relation, do you think it is important to take up a foreign language? Would that help?
Foreign language would be extremely helpful, not just for international relations, but even if you want to do international business or if you want to do international development work, a foreign language is critical. Why? Because a foreign language actually, is a window into a culture. Because when you learn, for example, Spanish, it doesn't just teach you the language, it gives you a culture, a window into the culture of Spain, of Latin America. If you learn French, you get a window into the culture of France, and that's why we teach compulsorily one foreign language. The student can choose which foreign language they want. For example, Chinese, many students learn Chinese and they become experts on China and Taiwan. So you choose what foreign language you want to learn, and we provide you for 3 years. Of course, the foreign language you will teach is not good enough. It is just the basics. If you really want to learn it well, you will have to either take some online courses or you will have to go and live in that country. So we have exchange programs also in our universities, 6-month exchange programs with various countries and universities. So you go and learn, and there you will pick up the language very quickly. It is called language immersion. That is, if you live in a particular country, you will automatically quickly learn the language. That is the way they do it in America. American universities, if they want to teach a language, they teach the basics to the student and then they send them to that country so that they can learn it properly.
Thank you. Uh, the next question is, after studying BA Global Affairs, is there a possibility that a student can take up international journalism?
Yeah, in fact, if you want to do international journalism, there is no better degree than this, because you will learn foreign languages, you will learn about foreign cultures, you will learn politics, you will learn international economics. You can go on exchange programs, semester abroad. So there are many qualities. You will be well prepared to be an international journalist. Plus, the most important thing, we teach you writing skills. So to be a journalist, you have to be a good communicator, both oral and written. So if you are, um, plus the good thing about Jindal is that we have many schools in our university, and we allow you to take uh, classes from different schools, courses from different schools. So, for example, even if you are in international affairs, you can still take courses in your third year from um, public policy, from the School of Public Policy, from the School of Law, and from the School of Journalism. We have School of Journalism and Media Studies. You can take courses from each of these as electives. In fact, from second year onwards, you can do that. From the last semester, fourth semester onwards, second year.
Thank you so much, sir. My next question is from Divyanshi Singh. Question is, regarding foreign services or civil services. Do you think this course is the right start to get into foreign services or civil services?
This course is the best possible course for for foreign service, especially for civil services generally, but especially for foreign service, Indian foreign service, because all of these things which we teach in the course are finally taught to people who join the foreign service once they join. Plus, the entrance exam also has questions on international relations, lots of questions. Plus, we also have civil services coaching in our university. The students have to pay a little extra, but if they do that on weekends, we have civil services coaching. I think this is the best option.
Thank you so much. I now take the last question of today's webinar. The question is, it's from one of the student who has gone through our research centers and wants to ask, could you provide information about how they work, and are students allowed to join one of them?
Yes, students work at many of the research centers. So not all of our research centers are active, but I would say most of them are, the majority of them are active, and lots of students work at these research centers, and they therefore acquire knowledge of that particular region of the world, or that particular topic. Suppose research centers on economics or international law, then they will acquire on that topic. Or if this research center is on a particular area of the world, suppose it's focused on Latin America or it's focused on Africa, then they will learn about that region of the world, and they closely help uh, professors there. So yeah, a lot of the research centers are open.
Thank you so much, Professor Khan, for the overview about in-depth understanding about the subject and the career opportunities in international relation. I thank all the students of Sunbeam School. I would also like to thank Councillor Neha Tripathi, who had made this arrangement along with Shalendra from our admissions and outreach office. And I would also like to thank the principal of Sunbeam School, Varanasi, who have given her permission to organize this webinar. So we hope to come up with new topics on webinars, because now we are mostly into the online platform. We would send you invites. Please go through them. You can also ask your parents, friends, teachers, counselors to join in. Uh, and if you have any questions related to any admissions, you can always reach us. My phone number is 8396 907 My name is Riddhiman Sarkar. I repeat the number, it's 8396 907 I would also be sending you an email after the webinar, which will have my contact details as well as our team's contact details. So if you have any questions related to admissions or global affairs or political science, or what other opportunities you can find in gender, you can always write to us. So with this, I would like to say goodbye to all of you, and once again, I would like to thank Professor Khan for his time and the webinar today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.